Today's job market is very competitive. Many people are looking for ways to sharpen their edge, such as taking internships, getting good grades, improving their interpersonal skills, and increasing their exposure. However, there is one effective way to impress your employer that most students may give little thought to. This way is to take a public exam. In this video, I am going to talk about 5 public exams to consider if you're looking for a career in the business world. They are the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, ACCA, Certificate in ESG Investing, Chartered Financial Analyst, CFA, Certified Financial Planner, CFP, and Financial Risk Manager Certification, FRM. After that, I will talk about why taking a public exam is such an important part of job searching, and offer some suggestions to help you decide which exam to take. Okay, so let's get started. Accounting is often called the language of business, so to succeed in the financial world, you have to equip yourself with accounting knowledge. Obtaining the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants qualification will be one choice to demonstrate your accounting knowledge. To qualify as a Chartered Certified Accountant, you have to pass certain examinations. The examinations cover financial accounting, business law, taxation, and financial reporting. Luckily, business students can exempt themselves from some of them. You will not obtain the ACCA qualification right after passing the exams. You have to then complete ASICS and Professional Skills module. Then, you need to accumulate 3 years relevant work experience in accounting or finance. Afterwards, you can obtain the ACCA qualification. As you can tell, it isn't easy to become a Chartered Certified Accountant, but it pays off. This qualification will make you more competitive in accounting, consulting, and banking. The examinations can be categorized into different modules. Each module contains between 2 to 6 of the total examinations. An individual certificate is awarded for completing each module, which can be also helpful in your job seeking. Next, we will go over more specifics about the ACCA exams. The ACCA questions include multiple choice and essay questions that vary by subject. Please note that the ACCA pass rate varies across modules. For Applied Knowledge exam, the pass rate is 65 to 85%, but for other exams, it's only 30 to 50%. The ACCA exam cycle is repeated 4 times a year. Students are permitted to take up to 4 exams per cycle, and a total of 8 distinct exams per calendar year. ACCA exams must be taken in a modular order, beginning with Applied Knowledge tests and ending with Professional Skills modules. During the pandemic, the ACCA exams have been computer-based. Each exam lasts around 3 hours and 15 minutes. As ACCA involves certain examinations, the total fee are considerable. Signing up for all exams required for certification will cost you at least £1,879, and even a single ACCA exam costs around £137. Rather than the monetary cost, though, you should consider yourself above all with deciding how long to prepare for each examination. ACCA does provide guidance on the study hours for each exam. On average, it takes 300 hours to study for an Applied Knowledge exam and 400 hours for each of the remaining exams. In practice, your required study hours will depend on your business knowledge and whether you can get an exemption for some exams. As an investment professional, you need the knowledge to thrive in a highly competitive industry. The CFA program is designed to equip you with the kind of expertise in investment analysis that will advance your career. Acquiring the CFA qualification involves passing 3 levels of exams covering a wide range of investment-related topics, such as quantitative methods, economics, financial reporting analysis, derivatives, and portfolio management. However, you will not become a chartered financial analyst right after completion of the exams. First, you need to accrue at least 3 years working experience in an investment decision-making role or other related position. You will also need 2 or 3 professional references to comment on your work experience and professional character. Finally, you will become chartered. Upon acceptance of an application to the CFA institution, chartered financial analysts earn the right to use the designation CFA after their name. Achieving this distinction will make you more competitive in all investment-related job markets, including investment banking, financial planning, trading, relationship management, data science, and credit analysis. If you're interested in the exam, let me provide you with more details. As we mentioned, chartered financial analysts have to pass 3 levels of examination. Level 1 and 2 involve multiple choice questions, while essay questions are included in Level 3. The 10-year average pass rates for Level 1, 2, and 3 are 42%, 45%, and 50% respectively. Level 1 exams are held 4 times per year in February, May, August, and November, where there are 3 exam dates for Level 2 and 2 for Level 3. Due to the pandemic, all exams are currently computer-based and delivered in proctored exam centers. The test lasts 4.5 hours with 2 135-minute sessions and an optional 30-minute break in between. The first-time enrollment fee for the Level 1 exam is $450. The registration fee for Level 2 and 3 exams are $700 for early bird registration and $1,000 for standard registration. Finally, how long should you expect to prepare for each level of the exam? On average, candidates say that they spend 323 hours of study to pass each level. The average amount of study for Level 1 is 303 hours, but this increases to 328 hours for Level 2 and 344 hours for Level 3. To play it safe, you may want to reserve 400 hours for each exam. If you can study for 4 hours a day, you should reserve 4 months for the exam. If you want to be a professional private banker, the Certified Financial Planner certificate is for you. CFP certification is internationally recognized by financial planners. Candidates are required to complete 4 40-hour courses and pass 3 levels of examination: Foundation, Advanced Level Paper 1, and Advanced Level Paper 2. The 4 courses covers all areas of financial planning: investment planning and asset management, insurance planning and risk management, tax planning and estate planning, and financial planning practice. Depending on your educational background, you may be exempt from some of the courses and the foundation level examination. For example, master degree holders in business can exempt courses 1 to 3. To become a CFP certificate holder, you need to complete not only the above courses but all of the 4 E requirements: education, examination, experience, and ethics. Therefore, in addition to studying the educational program and passing the examinations, you need to abide by a code of professional conduct. Then, you have to have 3 years relevant work experience. However, the work experience requirement for the CFP certificate is not very strict. Your experience in accounting firms, banks, mutual funds, brokerage houses, and even universities could all count, as long as the job was related to CFP. The last step in obtaining CFP certification is to get your supervisor to vouch for your relevant work experience. The CFP certificate provides advantages for those seeking to pursue careers in customer service, financial planning, relationship management, and wealth management. I guess you might be most interested in examination requirements. Let me tell you more about the 3 exams. All three levels of examination feature multiple choice questions, with 90 to 100 questions at Foundation, 85 to 90 at Advanced Level 1, and 38 to 40 at Advanced Level 2. The Advanced Level 1 paper and 2 exams can be passed in either order. The average pass rate are 76% for the Foundation Level exam, 57% for the Advanced Level Paper 1 exam, and 54% for Advanced Paper 2. The exams are held twice a year, usually in June and December. The exams range from 2.5 to 3.5 hours in length. You can choose to attempt exams in either English or Chinese. The foundation level exam cost HKD 2,300, and the two advanced level tests cost HKD 2,800 each. To be well prepared for the exams, the CFA board recommends at least 250 hours of study hours per exam, so you'd better start revising as soon as possible. With the increasing awareness of environmental, social, and governance investment, it is important to re-equip ourselves with ESG knowledge, regardless of the types of job that we are looking for. An ideal way to do this is by studying for the certificate in ESG investing awarded by the CFA Institute. The course is designed to offer both the practical experience and the technical knowledge required to manage investments while integrating ESG factors. Unlike the CFA program, the ESG certificate involves a single exam, which covers a range of ESG topics, including the ESG market, risk factors, stewardship and engagement, construction of ESG integrated portfolios and analytics, and evaluation of ESG factors. There is no work experience requirement for the certificate, and you do not need to attend any specific classes. Holders of the certificate in ESG investing are more competitive job candidates in investment banking, financial planning, trading, asset management, and even ESG report-related jobs. If you're interested in enrolling for the ESG investing certificate, let me tell you more about the examination. You only have to pass one exam to get the certificate. The paper contains 100 multiple choice questions. With an average pass rate of about 60% to 70%, the exam can take either at an in-person testing site, run by Prometric testing centers, or by online portal testing. The face-to-face test is generally available every working day, where the online test can be taken every day of the year. However, due to the pandemic, the face-to-face test is subject to changes based on the operation of the Prometric testing centers. The examination lasts 2 hours and 20 minutes without a break. The registration fee for the exam is USD 675, including a soft copy of the official training manual. A hard copy can be ordered for an additional USD 135. If you are unsure how to prepare for the exam, I can offer some advice. The recommended study time is approximately 130 hours. However, to play it safe, you may want to reserve 170 hours. If you can set aside 2 hours per day for studying, it might be a good idea to allow 3 months to prepare for your exam. Unlike for the other public exams that we cover, when you register for the ESG investing certificate, you do not have to immediately fix your exam date. In fact, you have around a year to schedule your exam. Thus, you can study the materials at your own pace and schedule your examination once you're well prepared. To sum up, to increase your competitiveness in the current job market, you are encouraged to take this certificate. Apart from its professional benefits, studying on this course will help you take your own steps into ESG investing and improve your personal financial performance. Risk management is increasingly emphasized in firms and banks, especially since the 2008 financial crisis. To protect organizations from risk managers need to have the knowledge and skills to anticipate, respond to, and adapt to critical risk issues. Offered by the Global Association of Risk Professionals, Financial Risk Managers, FRM, is a leading certificate for risk managers in major banks and firms worldwide. Holders of this certificate must have demonstrated a professional level of capability in the above skills. To earn the FRM certificate, you first need to complete its 2-level examinations. Part 1 includes various aspects, ranging from the foundations of risk management and quantitative analysis to financial markets and products and valuation and risk modules. Part 2 focuses on understanding exposure and different market risks and how to manage those risks. After completion of the 2 levels of exams, you are required to accumulate at least 2 years of relevant work experience. Bear in mind that you must do this no more than 5 years after passing the exam Part 2 and no more than 10 years before passing the both exams. FRM certification showcases your competence and knowledge in the tools used to assess financial risks. Many financial institutions are looking for candidates with this qualification. If you're interested in pursuing a career in risk management, FRM is an invaluable certificate that will boost your career in the competitive job market. Now, you know how FRM can be add value to your CV. Let's learn more about the exam details. The exam is divided into 2 parts. The exam format for both parts is multiple choice, with 100 questions in Part 1 and 80 questions in Part 2. For your reference, the pass rates in November and December 2021 were 45% for Part 1 and 63% for Part 2. The Part 1 exam is held 3 times a year and the Part 2 exam is held twice a year. In the current pandemic situation, both exams are computer-based. The duration of each is 4 hours. You may also want to know about the exam fees. For a new candidate, the Part 1 early bird fee is USD 950 and the standard fee is USD 1,150. If you are a returning candidate or taking the Part 2 exam, the fee is USD 550 for early birds and USD 750 for standard application. However, as stated on the official website, all fees are subject to slight changes. So, how much time should you reserve for the exam? According to a survey conducted in May 2015, successful FRM candidates spent on average approximately 240 hours in preparation for the exam, ranging from less than 100 hours to more than 400 hours. The preparation time may depend on the risk management knowledge you already have. The level of mathematical difficulty is similar to that of an advanced undergraduate or introductory graduate level finance course at most universities. Thus, you will have an edge if you are good at mathematics. Now, you've learned about 5 public exams that you could consider. You may wonder why they are so important for your job search. There are 3 reasons. The first is the signaling effect. Many people have the perception that the materials learned for an exam may not be relevant to the job, so having a certificate is not important. However, a passing the public exam not only demonstrates your knowledge in that field, it also provides strong evidence that you are interested in learning and have good analytical skills. A passing exam speaks louder than words. The second is to make yourself stand out. For some highly sought-after jobs, human resource managers can receive hundreds, if not thousands, of applications. Even if you have excellent interpersonal skills, if you're not invited to the interview, your talents will be unrecognized. Thus, to distinguish yourself from your competitors, you need something that the majority do not have, and the passing a public exam would definitely be an option. The third is to show your passion. If you're looking for a career in the field that you have not worked in before, or that is not related to your degree program, it will be harder to convince the interviewer that you are truly interested in the job. They may assume you just randomly apply for job vacancies, and that you might leave again as soon as you get a better offer in another field. To convince your interviewers, a pass in a relevant exam speaks louder than words. It demonstrates your ambition in the field and shows that you are willing to devote considerable time to equip yourself with specialist knowledge. Finally, if you're interested in taking a public exam but unsure about which one to pursue, let me share some insights. If you're looking for accounting jobs but do not come from an accounting background, you should consider taking some ACCA exams. If you're looking for a quantitative or risk management role, you should consider taking FRM exams. If you're looking for a wealth management or private banker role, the CFP exam could be a good option for you. If you're interested in pursuing a career in the financial industry but have no specific interest, taking the certificate in ESG investing is also helpful for you in your job seeking. Definitely, the certificate is very useful if you're looking for jobs in investment or ESG related jobs. As CFA 1 is the best known exam in the financial industry, it is helpful in seeking not only investment-related jobs but also other positions in the financial markets. However, bear in mind that you will need to spend considerable time preparing for the exam, even for level 1. And more importantly, to become chartered, you have to pass all 3 exams. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Wishing you all the best in your job seeking. See you next time. Bye!